So if you wanted new content for Master, I have good news for you because Konami have told us we're getting 2 brand new selection packs on April 4th, being Ruler's Mask and Beyond Speed. Now, in essence, these packs will focus on bringing in the remainder of the cards available in Synchro Storm, in Duel of Majesty, and Brothers Legend. And you can see that from here, right? We've got Synchro Storm right here, we've got some Duel of Majesty stuff here, and then Brothers Legend in here as well. So that's kind of what you should expect going forward, is cards from those sets not in Master already are going to be added to the game, and that's about it. We know as well that we're due a structure deck for Cyber Arcane Dragon. Now, that could be coming on April 4th. If it's like Duel Links, Konami don't like announcing structure decks, that can make sense why they haven't told us. You know, it'd be kind of a surprise, but that could also be a few weeks out later on if they want to kind of stagger content. That does make sense. Now, I didn't really want to talk about the specifics of what these cards do, because you need the context of their archetype to kind of work out if they're any good. Now, we know in this Ruler's Mask pack we're getting, it says here, Despia, Magiki, and Gunkan. And these are all kind of Xyz fusion ritual archetypes, right? But the main ones, of course, are Despian, which with the support we're getting, or likely to be getting, sorry, they're going to be just about okay. Because Despia didn't really get great until the brand new structure that came out in the OCG and gave us a brand new fusion spell, a brand new fusion. They got a lot more support over time. This is a deck that you will get value off if you invest now, and into the future, there'll be more cards coming out to kind of support this and make this deck even better. So it's one of those cards, one of those decks with future potential that Konami knows are going to be good, that, you know, over time just will get better and better. But the big thing, I think, is 2 cards in this pack. First of all, go for the kind of the main one, is Baronne de Fleur. This is one of the best generic level 10 synchros we've ever had. Once per turn, pop a card on the field. Once while there's face cards on the field, you can have an Omni negate. It's just a really, really good level 10 synchro to go into. Also, once per turn in the standby phase, you can target level 9 or lower monster in the graveyard, bounce the card back to the extra deck, and if you do, special that monster. So you can potentially replace this with something else, or replace this with something that then floats into another Baronne de Fleur if you can summon her back out. Really, really, really good. This card will see play. This card, I think, out of everything in that box, is going to be the main chase card. It's an ultra rare, but you can craft them, I believe, because they're saying here that every card added to this pack will be added to the master pack as well. Same for this one. All new cards added are going into the master packs. So, they should all be craftable. There was some kind of fear, right, because we know that structure decks have some cards that can't be crafted in them. Which makes sense, you're paying 500 gems, you're getting guaranteed cards. It's a good way for Konami to paywall some cards, but not really because gems are so prevalent. It's perfectly fine. And so it's cool that that seems to be not the case. It could still be, there could be some weird exception to the rule, but given they're also a master pack, you would assume that means they're all going to be craftable like everything else is. So very, very cool. Now, the big one is this card right here, the Iris Swordsoul, because people are looking at this and thinking, oh, I know Swordsoul. That deck is really, really good in a TCOCG. And that's true, but this is not going to be Swordsoul. This is one standalone card that came out 3 months before every other Swordsoul card we have in the game. And so, I would not expect to see them in here. I think the big kind of proof as well is that you look at the description for the pack, right? If Swordsoul were in here in any meaningful quantity, they would be shouting that from the rooftops. They would be saying, hey look, the next top tier deck is in this pack, go get it because you're going to need it. But they're not saying that at all. So, yeah, I wouldn't expect it, right? I'd expect that this is what we knew. We knew we were getting this for months now, and so I expect, honestly, on April 4th, that we then know the next packs. We know what we're going to be getting in 2.5, 3 months time from now. And if that's the schedule they want to go by, then that's fine. In terms of what else we should be getting on that day, of course, a brand new Duelist Pass, that makes sense. A ban list theoretically could come into effect on that day, but they would have to announce it very, very soon. If not, then it might be like Duel Links, where we get a ban list that kind of goes into effect mid-season, which I don't really like, but maybe they'll decide something different for Master, right? And they think, you know what, in the middle of April, we'll say a brand new ban list is coming, it goes into effect day 1 of Season 5, and that'll be what they do. I would hope for more ranks, but given we're not getting an update, I don't think before the 1st, I don't think we'll get more ranks either. so we'll have to kind of play that one by ear. A new duel pass, of course, is kind of confirmed. We think we're getting, I think it's Moki Moki as a mate, and of course the what is it? I think it's Shurik. I think, oh no, it's Dingirsu. Right, Dingirsu is the banner art we're going to be getting for that as well. So that's pretty cool. I would have liked to see some improvements to that, but I don't think we will again. New mates as well in the shop, new sleeves, new accessories. I think that's kind of a given. I wish they do more of them because that's like easy money. You know, easy gem purchases. If they have some really cool mates and sleeves and backgrounds and playmats or whatever, then that's just free money being left on the table. And I'd hope as well, on April 4th, they give us, or at least in the game files, right, we get more solo mode stuff, right? They could do a really big update on April 4th, give us 2 brand new solo modes, right, the one we're missing, the Phantom Beast and the Herald one. And then in the game files, they could say, okay, here's the next 3 months of updates, and there's going to be, you know, X archetype, a GX dual strategy SP thing or whatever. That could be pretty fun. So, yeah. Lots to look forward to, of course. Only confirmed are these, like, 10 cards, but in general, expect Dawn of Majesty, Synchro Storm, anything that's missing from those, going to come in. Cyber Dark Structure deck, it could be this same day as well, but it might not be. Yeah, that is all. Thanks for watching. I'll see you all in the next Master Duel video. See you then.
Subscribe to the channel for more Master Duel content!